Heidi is a really enjoyable film. This was released in 1937. This is directed by Alan Dwan. It's written by Julian Josephson and Walter Ferris. It's based on Heidi by Johannes Spyri. I apologise if I've mispronounced that. And we have a cast including Shirley Temple, Jean Hersholt, and various others. And I wanted to watch it because of Shirley Temple, and she's absolutely fantastic. Interestingly, it sounds, when I kind of describe the basic concept, it sounds a little bit like Captain January, which is a Shirley Temple film I watched last week. In that film, she's living with a lighthouse keeper who rescued her when her parents died, and then somebody wants to take her away. And in this film, she's orphaned and living with her grandfather, but she is forced to leave him to be a companion for a girl called Klara, a little girl in a wheelchair. So a little similar in concept, but the films I feel like have a very different feeling to them. So if you enjoyed Captain January, you'll probably enjoy the story, but it does feel quite different. And the film, of course, is about Heidi trying to get on board with her new life and trying to spend time with Klara. But obviously, there's this desire to go back with her grandfather, and it's not necessarily immediately clear whether or not it's going to be possible for her to move back with him, or will she be destined to stay with the other people instead. Heidi is a really likeable character. She is so sweet. She has such a lovely personality, and as I said, Shirley Temple just was absolutely brilliant. She gave a fabulous performance, and it's not so much that it's character driven. The narrative itself is interesting enough, but there are not too many specific aspects of the narrative. It's certainly more about, in my opinion, Heidi as a character, her emotional responses to things, and she's an absolute joy. And there is, of course, the emotional aspect, because she's been taken away from her grandfather. Her grandfather is a very interesting character. I think he's very well written. And I loved seeing him interact with Heidi, which obviously gave it quite an emotional aspect, because they seem to work really well together, and nobody wants to be uprooted from their home, especially at the age of 8. So it's emotional, but it's not too heavy. In general, I think because of Heidi's personality, it is quite a light film and quite a happy film. Maybe happy's not the right word. Pleasant, I think, is the right word. And there are times, though, when it gets a little heavier, a little more emotional. And I think the balance was pretty spot on there. Well-written characters, really great performances, interesting story, very well executed. I have no idea how it compares to the children's book. I've never read it. Maybe I will. I'm probably not going to buy it, but if I ever come across the book, certainly I will pay some attention to it. If you're an existing Shirley Temple fan and you haven't seen Heidi, I'd say absolutely check it out. It probably wouldn't be the first Shirley Temple film I recommend, just because I feel like The Little Princess would probably be the first one. But I do have a couple more Shirley Temples to watch, so I will decide which one I think should be the first one once I've watched them all. But either way, if you want to watch Heidi as an introduction to Shirley Temple, I'd say it's probably as good a place to start as any. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. Great story, well executed narrative, really great performances, interesting characters, the technical aspects, lighting, music, camera work, etc. all absolutely fine. Not only do I not have any complaints about Heidi, but I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And needless to say, I'm certainly happy to recommend it.